Bienvenidos, a lifestyle of smiles, the exhilarating YouTube journey of a daring American father who's made the leap to start anew in the Dominican Republic. Dive into a world where cultures collide as he explores the rhythm of island life, learns the language, aprendiendo español, and embraces the thrilling dating scene. From the lively calles of Santo Domingo to the tranquil playas, every episode is an adventure. Join Dia for fiestas, sabrosa, comida, and genuine insight into parenting abroad. Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a lifestyle of smiles. And on this episode, I'll be explaining to you simply how it came to be for my children to be in the Dominican Republic with me. Now, initially, I was just going back and forth to the United States to visit my children and visit family and everything, but circumstances came up, and I was able to go back at the end of October to get my children. And this is just us on our journey to the Dominican Republic now. I will be honest to say, it's not an easy task flying international with children, but if your children is decently behaved, you'll be fine. We had a 15-hour flight time that actually went to 16 because we flew with Spirit. It was it was the cheaper flight, yes, and it was more. I'm not gonna say it was convenient because it wasn't convenient because it was a 16-hour flight, but my children were able to hang out at different airports and they was able to see different things. We went to different restaurants and we stopped at little stores and bought little things and took pictures. And we made it more of an experience than for it to be a situation that seemed like it dragged on. Now, I understand that, when dealing with your younger children and having to do all these flights, you just want them to be, well behaved and well maintained. But when you're looking at something like this is something that you gotta look at like a project. You gotta say, well, we're gonna get to the airport. When we get to the airport, what are we gonna do? Well, we got kids' tablets. We're gonna keep them entertained with tablets. Outside of that, what else you gonna do next? Well, we're gonna walk around the airport. We're gonna go see different things. We're gonna make sure we make bathroom breaks every hour on hour, so that when we do get on the plane, no one has to run back and forth from the seats, get up, and different things like that. Now, in a moment of honesty, I was actually kind of nervous about taking my children internationally. I was more concerned about, them making friends and them being able to adapt to the new change of environment, and especially when it comes to the language and the culture barrier. But one thing that I have found out that is very interesting is that it seems to me that all children speak one language because they got a handful of friends they hang out with on a daily basis, and they go out to the movies, they go out to kids' fun parks and different things like that, and they're running back and forth and they're talking to the other children, and the other children can't speak English, they can't speak any Spanish, a very small bit of Spanish they can speak, but they still get along well with all the other children. There's no arguing, no fighting. So I feel like as a parent, we cannot allow our own personal fears of what we think can and will happen, when it comes to going across seas, and we gotta actually give it a chance. Always put yourself and your children in the best situation to always stay safe. But you cannot guard and shield yourself off and your children off from the real world, especially if you're planning on taking the leap and going abroad to have a better lifestyle. Now on to the price, because I know everybody's interested in the pricing. But let me tell you, as far as pricing, when I was looking up the tickets to bring my children back with me for us all to fly in the same area on the plane, it was only $150 per ticket. But I had enough rewards points saved up from flying back and forth to the States on the same airlines, and I was able to use my points to get us tickets to the Dominican Republic. Now, I understand that, when people are just now starting out traveling and flying, they don't have points. But a lot of airlines do sell points every other month or every 3 months where they discount their flight points, half price, 40% off, different things like that. And that's pretty much how I've been able to save on a lot of flights coming back and forth to different countries, is because when I found out that they're having some flight points going on sale for either airline that I be using, I go on there and I buy it maybe a month or 2 months ahead of time. So when it comes time for me to need to use it, I have the points already saved up. Now, side note, you do have to pay the taxes, even though the flight will be taken care of by the rewards points. You do have to pay the taxes on the flight itself. So keep that in mind when you buy the flight points, that you still will have to pay the taxes. The best advice I can give anyone that's going to be traveling with their children internationally is to just let them be kids, let them have fun, let them run around the airport, walk around with them. It's perfectly cool, it's perfectly normal. You rather have a child run around laughing and playing than to be sitting in the airport listening to a child scream and cry because they're not allowed to get up and walk around. You gotta understand, it's hard for children to sit down for 5 seconds. So allow your children to get up, move around, jump, play, make a little bit of noise, as long as they're not being obnoxious. Now, when you do land in the Dominican Republic, getting through customs is pretty simple when you have your children. They just want to see passports. They might ask to see like their birth certificate or social, because you do have to have those things when you are flying. So keep that in mind to make sure you have all their documentation, and you want to at least bring a copy of each, especially when it comes time for schooling and programs. They're going to need copies of certain things, and they may even need it to have a special seal on it so that they can go to certain types of revolvers. The most important advice and thing that I can tell you is to just take a deep breath and relax. Kids are gonna be kids, and no matter how you spin it, as long as you're able to make your children comfortable, everything will be fine. They get settled in real quickly, and they'll learn a lot about the airport and a lot about planes. If you're on a Spirit flight like I was, they will definitely learn a whole lot about planes. Before I end this video, I would like to say thank you for tuning in for another episode of A Lifestyle of Smiles. And everything that you do, from commenting, and subscribing, is all appreciated. And if you have any suggestions or any place that you'd like for me to go check out, or you got any comments about the Dominican Republic, questions I would like to answer, anything that comes up, so please like, subscribe, and leave a good comment below. And I'll be back